Your name is Arabella Elliot. You are 25 years old with a unique skill set, fast hands, excellent agility, and incredible stamina. Your skill set also comes with tragedy. You are the daughter of 2 thieves who died on the job, and now you must follow in their footsteps to make a life for yourself. That's how you met Alexander La Russia, not Russia. Alexander, for all intents and purposes, is your employer. He's how you get the different sorts of jobs you're assigned, whether they be on something as simple as robbery or as complex as heist. You think you've earned his trust, but this is just the beginning. You receive a text from him with instruction to check your email, and then you find an airline ticket to Baltimore, Maryland. And this game is called Loyalty Test. You go to Baltimore, Maryland, and you're giving other instructions for where to go. You follow like a good employee and end up on the street a few blocks from a hospital, and behind you is a lavish hotel. A luxury sports car speeds past you about to pull into the fancy hotel. You turn around and start walking towards them. By your estimate, by the time you get there, the woman wearing expensive-looking clothes would be getting out. It would be easy to take a piece of jewelry from her wrist or hand. But before you get there, Alexander's voice sounds off in your ear through the earpiece you're wearing. You're not here to rob a couple, princess. Then what am I here for besides burning a few calories, You ask. You haven't exactly been clear. You're here because you're the pathetic private investigator or wannabe journalist in the city that you need to, how do I put it nicely, take out. You stop in your tracks, surprised at his words. What? You feel your heart stop as you step a bit closer to the building. You walk inside in order to get out of the way. It's not what I do, you know that. If you want me to steal something, fine. But I can't just take someone out. I don't have the skill set. You can imagine Alexander rolling his eyes and glaring at you. They both know that's a lie. When you agreed to be part of our organization, we taught you a variety of different skills. This is one of them. You sign. It's broad daylight. How do you expect me to carry this out cleanly? Easily, Alexander says. You keep walking until you reach the end of the block. There's a hospital across the street. Right across from the hospital is an art shop. Go in and ask for an order for Alexander La Russia. I have a contact there, and an associate will allow you to access the rooftop and provide you with necessary tools. Are you in or out? You have no choice other than to be in. Well, we do. We can be out. Now, I don't know if there are multiple endings. So this one we're just going to say we're in. Before you start walking and following orders again, you need to confirm your payment to see if it'll all be worth it. How much, you ask? What is life worth to you, Alexander asks. 20 grand minimum, you demand. If you're going to kill someone, you might as well have your rent for the next 10 months taken care of. Damn, how much is that rent? 20 grand times 10 or divided by 10. I'm curious. Damn. Okay. Gonna kill someone, might as well cover rent for the next 10 months, taken care of. After all, it's your conscience, it will suffer. Still have any left, that is. Sometimes you're not quite sure. You got it. Now hurry along, you don't want to miss your mark. Alexander tells you. You start walking again and into the art store. You enter the art store and see there's all sorts of different arts on display. There are also supplies on the shelves. In the art store, you see a tall young man with a scruffy beard and round glasses. He looks exactly like the kind of guy you expect to see in a shop like this. Which is to say, he looks like a hipster with a blue plaid button-down shirt and band tee underneath it. Sleeves are rolled up to reveal some tattoos on his forearms. You walk up to him confidently with a small smile on your features. You're to pick up an order for Alexander La Russia. The man looks at you as if you were sizing you up. Until Alexander didn't give him much information, usual need to know basis you're given. This shouldn't surprise you. The all you worked with Alexander before. The man walks to the entrance of the shop, locks it, turns back to you and sees the concerned look on your face. Just for precaution, he says. Some of the things here are expensive. He walks there behind the counter, reaches down to grab a backpack. He places it between the two of you and says, "This is for you." You grab the backpack and put it on your back, and just for you to follow him, so you do. He leads you to the back of the shop to a storage area. He grabs a ladder from the side of the room and places it beneath a trap door that leads to the roof. As she has to back down, he says jokingly, "We're continuing." You laugh a little as you start climbing the ladder. "Thanks," you tell him. "No problem," he says. "After it's done, you have to go down the back of this building. The dumpster there, that'll make climbing down easier and you'll make a cleaner getaway." "Hope you're getting paid well for this," you say as you open the latch to push the trapdoor out. "Yeah, me too," he says. Time to open it and crawl onto the roof. You sit down on the roof and open the backpack. "I'm here." You speak knowing Alexander is still listening. Backpack reveals a collapsible sniper rifle and scope. You sigh. "Really? You can give me a weapon that's already assembled?" "You intend on getting caught, Arabella," Alexander asks, annoyance clear in his tone. "Lessons cover weaponry, remember that? If we gave you a regular sniper rifle, you'd easily get caught for having it. This way it's easier to conceal after you're done. You might want to hurry. I'm sure your target's appointment is concluding right about now." You hurry up and lay the contents of the bag in front of you and start putting the rifle together. If you do so, you figure it's a good time to hear more about your target. "So what is this person wearing? What do they look like?" you ask curiously. "One of my men spotted her going into the building earlier. She's wearing a gray sweater, dirty blonde, fair skin. She's also wearing leather ankle boots and a gray satchel." "Got it," you say. You finish setting up the rifle. Once the rifle is complete and the scope is attached, you lie on your stomach on the roof, one eye shut and the other looking right into the magnified scope and search for your target. So far there is nowhere in sight. "So why are you after this woman?" you ask, curiosity piqued. "This particular target is a reporter, a journalist who discovered something regarding my business that should not know," Alexander explains. "Or the fact that you have people killed," you joke. "Exactly," he says. "This particular reporter knows too much and she's too close. I can't risk her letting the public know of what she's found against me and my colleagues. It will ruin us, and you know how the saying goes, Arabella. If I go down, you go down with me." Right then, a woman wearing the same clothes as Alexander described appears. You look at the target and zoom in and get a closer look. When you recognize the target, you're taken aback. Suddenly, you're a little girl again when your parents are still alive and used to visit your cousin. When the two of you would play at the park with her dolls, pretend to have a tea and laughing and joking with one another. You haven't seen your cousin hurt in years, but that's your own fault. She's just a casualty of you trying to run away from your past. Your throat thickens and your mouth dries. "Oh, damn. Are you sure that's her?" "Well, I'm sure Alexander confirms. I hired a private investigator to stalk her these past few months. This PR was able to confirm her doctor's appointment, and I figured now will be as good time as any." "There's a problem," you tell him. "Oh, I'm aware," Alexander says. You blink unable to speak. Alexander continues talking. "This is why I wanted you to do the job specifically. As you recall, when we first met, I told you that I need my employees to be loyal. They need to be strong and get the job done. This is your chance. Prove that to me. You know your cousin Hart has gained quite the reputation for sticking her nose in other people's business. I mean, it was fine when it was all just gossip, but now, well, she might actually found her way into some trouble. I don't think I can do this." You tell him. "Please, Alexander, please don't make me. I should have been more specific about the cost of this assignment. How much do you value your life, Arabella? If you don't do this, that's what's going to cost you." Damn. 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 Well, if it were me, I just would not be in this situation. But for the story, we're going to do both. In theory, well, wait. Your hands tremble, but you draw in a deep breath to steady them. In theory, what you're going to do is easy. All you have to do is point and shoot to pull the trigger and kill Hart. What if she's your cousin? And two, you haven't never really getting close anyway. Sorry, I was downloading some games. Sure, you used to play together as kids, but you used to spend time with a lot of people. You wouldn't take a bullet for or die for these days. You have to do what it takes to survive. You will not suffer your parents' fate. You do what it takes to live another day, even if it means taking the life of someone you consider family. You look into the scope and aim at Hart. She has her back turned now and she's heading toward the garage. You aim for her head and pull the trigger. She falls instantly. A few people around her start to scream. You immediately move out of view on the roof. Quickly disassemble the rifle and place it in the backpack. You get off the roof on the other side of the art shop like the employee there said to and get farther from the scene of the crime. 2 weeks later, you receive a text message a week later from your uncle Harrison, Hart's father. He advised you to go to her funeral at the graveyard in Baltimore. He let you know that it's okay if you couldn't make it, but that he wanted to make sure you knew your cousin was gone. The wave of guilt washed over you that day, so you decide to attend her funeral. The day of it's gray, cloudy day. It's almost like the skies know you're attending a funeral. Section of the graveyard the funeral is full of people, from Hart's old friends, from high school to college friends and old colleagues. When you enter and her father are the only family members. Forgotten how small your family is. How aside from your father, who are cousins, you and Hart are really the only family you have. At least from the parental side. Though it seems no one on her maternal side is able to make it. After Harrison says a few words about Hart, it's her friend's turn. Her friend is first to speak. You didn't know she was seeing someone. At the end of the funeral, you go to the reception at your uncle's house. You haven't been there long. About how big it is and how full of life it is. There are paintings everywhere. Hart's mom, before she died, was an artist who was featured in various different galleries. Your uncle kept the paintings she didn't sell and displays them in his house. You forgot how in love they were. Being a good relative, despite the fact that you're the one who killed your cousin, you decide to stay after everyone left to clean up. It's then that your uncle drops a friendly, dull, heartbroken demeanor and is vulnerable. You hear him sob in one of the bathrooms. You pick up the trash around the house. Freely, you come to him and ask him how he's holding up to see what he knows regarding what happened. So there was shooting that she was the target. Do you know who would do something like this to her? What do you say? Shrug. I don't know. Anyone who knows her, you say, which is true for the most part. You're not really answering your uncle's question because the truth is that you do know someone who would do something like this to her. All because of a job. It's not to say anything though. What could you say to your uncle to get him to understand that you traded his only child's life for 20 grand? Harrison gives you a nod. You're anything the local police did an autopsy and they're doing ballistics. They're investigating, but I don't necessarily trust local police, so I'm going to do my own digging. The agency I work for has better resources anyway. What do you know about her death? You ask. You try and gauge how screwed you are. You know about her research. Research makes your heart beat faster. And how long it'll take for him to sort through the info Hart had, and if you would come to the conclusion that she was the one who killed her. But Alexander be as loyal to you as you are to him if Harrison shakes him down. Thanks for reminding me of that, kiddo. I'm gonna sort through that and maybe I'll get some answers. You shake a smile as you continue to pick up the trash and help him clean the house. You leave as soon as you take out the trash. There's no way you're going to stick around and help him through the research that will lead to your incrimination. Okay, now we're in Madrid. Some Muso massacre. Oh no, though. You're there with your team to attempt to steal a painting. Hacker with you, Paulo is just about to get past the lasers that detect if someone's close to the art. The museum doors near an exhibit you're in is broken down. Police are in the area. You hear a chopper flying over the building. You and your team all look at each other as the police are yelling in Spanish. From the first time you had the shootout with the cops, survived then and you'll survive now. You have your assault rifle that's strapped to your back and quickly begin firing at the police. The officer on your right side got a lucky shot and hit you in the chest. Blood comes out of your mouth as you fall to the ground. You're conscious long enough for your uncle to come in with the police captain. He recognizes you immediately. Arabella, he says. You don't recognize him from his voice. His figure is a blur with your fading vision. While you're dying. Then. So I guess we got our karma. Let's see if we can go back and then move this back out. After you tell Alexander you're out, you remove the earpiece and crush it beneath your foot. It feels almost cathartic to do so, enough to show that he doesn't own you, and that you can control your own destiny. In a world like yours where you are just a pawn, it's difficult to remember that choices you make are your own. You buy yourself a plane ticket and return home to Portland wondering how you're going to pay next month's rent. But at least you get to walk away knowing you've never killed anyone and you don't have blood in your hands. After all, the worst thing that can happen is for you to end up like a Lady Macbeth, spend your entire life trying to wash the blood away when it's no longer there. Even though you also know that by not following orders, by being disloyal, it means you die. Then. 2 months since you escaped Alexander's group of criminals, which in your mind, generous of him considering he's had people killed for less. You're settling into a normal life quite well, got a job, waitressing, picking up all the shifts you can to keep up with your expenses. Everything's going fine. Too fine, it seems. Tonight all your wondering comes to an end. You're in the alley outside of your apartment building, smoking like you normally would. Suddenly from both sides of the alley, watchmen start to approach. You ignore them, thinking they'll ignore you, but they don't. Instead, they start to taunt you. One of them plucks a cigarette out of your hand and they start to push you toward each other. You attempt to run away, but one of the buff men in a leather jacket grabs you. They start hitting you and all you can do is scream. Your neighbors have always minded their own business and no one wants the trouble. Soon you're lying in the alleyway, dying from blunt force trauma. Then. I think either way we're gonna die, honestly. Let's see. We'll try it to the point where we have to kill our cousin. And then be like, no, we're not gonna kill our cousin. Wait, oh, no, damn it, damn it, damn it. I'm gonna save her. You feel tears start to form in your eyes. Don't be aware you're making me do this. I'm a great thief, you said it yourself. You're weak, Arabella. You have this weakness inside of you and you need to find a way to kill it. You better hurry now. Your cousin will be out of sight soon. Although whether you kill her or not, it doesn't really matter. One way or another, she'll be dead in the next few minutes. Now for a moment, what do you mean by that? Alexander laughs and it sends a chill down your spine. You don't really think I trust you to pull this through, do you? Alexander asked. You can't be that naive. I have what you call a fail-safe in case you can't get your act together. You have an actual mercenary, you asked? Your voice harsh. What I did. Look. Okay. Look away from the scope for a moment to look at how far Hart was from the entrance to the parking garage. Use your surroundings with the scope and search of the fail-safe. The first car on the street, you see a man wearing all black. He is bald and wearing all black outfit with black shirt, leather black jacket, and an assault rifle in his hand aimed towards Arabella. You know him. You've seen him before. Sebastian Doran. You know his reputation, terrible things he's done to torture someone or just kill them overall. He's good at what he does. You know this well. You still have a few more seconds before Hart will reach the entrance and shoot you out of time. You have to think quickly. Shoot him. You aim the rifle towards Sebastian and shoot, a warning that he's been found and that if he continues the task, he'd get caught since the shot you fire has attracted some attention. You look to the scope again after preparing the rifle, but Sebastian's already ignited the engine and is speeding away. Her remains standing on the street, watching him flee. Soon though, she snaps back into the reality and runs to the parking garage. You disassemble the rifle, stuff everything in the bag, climb down in front of the art shop. Thankfully it wasn't that far. It dropped from the roof, pulling you in a one-story building. Once on the ground, you pull off your earpiece so Alexander won't have a way to track you anymore and crush beneath your feet. You race across the street. into the parking garage. Look around the garage, quick look for Hart. When you don't see her on the first level, you run and keep going. You locate her in their car on the third level and she's preparing to leave when you run up and knock on her window. Hart jumps but unlocks the door when she recognizes you and you get into the car. Well, what are you doing in Baltimore? He asks. Long story to say, you're in danger. What? Why? Because your investigation, apparently you have enough info to ruin businesses and throw criminals in jail, you explain. Hart looks at you with wide eyes. How did you know about that? Look at her inside. The one of them is my boss. Hart looks at you with wide eyes. You're like, well, you were hired to kill me? She asks, a hint of betrayal in her tone. Yes, in my defense, I didn't know it was you until just seconds before. You told Hart. Look, we need to get out of here and figure out what we're gonna do next. I need to take them down. We need to find somewhere safe before Sebastian comes back for you. Hart makes the car's engine and begins to pull out of the parking space. She heads towards the exit and pays the cost of the parking and drives around the city following the signs towards the freeway. Go back to my place, Hart tells you. Shake your head immediately. No, they've been trailing you. They know where you live. We can't just go there. Kill us as soon as we got there. Okay, well, I might know a place to go. Hart draws you to what looks to be an abandoned building by a wooded area. You look around, the place is not worn down completely, but it does look like no one maintains the grounds, and it's a fairly small building like a cottage. Where are we, you ask? Mom's old studio? Nah. Nice. It's alright, Hart says with a smile. What are you gonna do about your boss now? I doubt he's given up the search. Who knows how long it takes for these places to show up on any records that they have on me or my family. Okay, we can either kill Alexander or we can run. We're gonna have to do to him what they paid me to do. You stay this side. Our future's darkened. You don't mean you not slowly. I do. If I don't do this, he's gonna keep coming after us. We have to keep running. You would never know peace. Are you stares at you, face blank? We end up in jail? I would, you wouldn't. I mean, let's face it, considering the things I've done, it's about time, he said. Our sergeant looking at me, she says, very fine, but how do you expect to kill him? You think for a moment and then the idea comes to you. We need a event tomorrow to showcase new car model, we can hit a them. Fast forward. Next day, you and Hart drive over to the convention center. The event will be you check into a hotel room that's across from the convention center. I pick the lock of one of the other rooms that face the building to prevent themselves from being tracked easily. The advantage of being one of your bosses under the table of employees is no one knows that you're tied to him, which means you won't be painted as a suspect, at least not immediately. You assemble the sniper rifle. Push in the room and keep a close eye on the incoming party. Hart's responsible for keeping people away in case the room is rented out at any point of the day. Sitting on a chair at the hotel patio when you spy Alexander's car arrive. You take off from the exit and is greeted by the valet. You grab the sniper rifle and look through the scope, waiting for a clean shot, but before you can find it, your phone rings. You look at the caller ID and the anxiety pulls from the pit of your stomach. You reluctantly answer the phone. Hello, Arabella. Alexander greets. What's the hotel you find yourself in? Damn. It's all about forming your throat. Still stalking me. I thought you would have gotten to him, Alex. He laughs. I know you too well. Remember, I told you everything you know, which is how I know that you're trying to kill me right now. Your heart starts pounding and you don't respond. All of a sudden, you're curious letting you know that someone got their eye on you too. Goodbye now. Well, you survey the area and panic. Whoever the hitman for you is, they would have been somewhere you can see them because they can see you. Your eyes squint as you look through your scope and search for an indication of another sniper. Where we see him? On the building across the street to your right on the patio, you spot the glare from a scope and see Sebastian Doran with his knife pointed towards you. Rifle. Without sparing another moment to think, you aim your rifle towards his forehead and pull the trigger. He falls instantly. Gunshot causes a few people to look around and spot for a few seconds to try and gauge the level of danger in. Once the moment passes, you aim your scope towards the front of the convention center once again. Alexander shaking hands with potential investors. Aim for the neck and pull the trigger and watch the scope as blood spurts out of the wound and he falls into the ground. People start screaming and chaos begins to ensue in the convention center. The people start panicking, trying to determine who the next target is. Disassemble the rifle and place it in your backpack and leave the hotel with Hart. What do we do now, Hart asks. Now we tell the truth. You answer. Good. But I wonder, why didn't he just move instead of trying to act casual like he wasn't about to get hit? Once you and Hart are in the clear, speeding through the freeway and away from the convention center, you return to her apartment. There she sorts through the notes and her discoveries. You read through them as Hart publishes her masterpiece. You're focused on the piece about Alexander. There are, of course, evidences and records of grand heists, string robberies you've helped him pull. There are others that surprise you. Things he never told you or you've never found out about him from his other family members who also participate in your crimes. Some of them being drug trafficking and bribing politicians and law enforcement to get away, or to pass certain laws that's favorable for either their legal or illegal businesses. Despite the consequences that may be falling your head right now, you're relieved. Just relieved that you saved your heart's life, and no matter what happens, that's one thing you'll never regret. Cool. And that's it. Those are all the options. If there's something not missed, oh well. This is loyalty tests. If y'all want to try this game for yourselves, of course, I will put all this in the description below. But with that being said, I'm ending here. So hopefully y'all had a good day, good yesterday, and better tomorrow. And I will catch y'all in the next video.